Das ist wunderbar. 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 Das ist wunderbar. Oh la la, das ist nicht zu fassen. Fußball, Fußball. Oh la la, das ist nicht zu fassen. Das ist wunderbar.
Ja, ja.
Wunderbar.
Ja, ja.
Wunderbar.
Ja, ja.
Das ist wunderbar.
And we are live, querido primo. Hello from Miami, Florida. My name is Maria Garcia Mellacid, otherwise known as Maria GMC or Maria La Loca or whatever you prefer. And to the other side of the screen, on this side, no, mentira, on this side because this is mirrored, we have Stuart Wolfenson, who is all the way in Los Angeles. Good afternoon and good evening for those who are, bueno, no, mentira, because in Spain it's 6 p.m. So.
Good morning.
Bueno, good morning to you. That's true. It is, what time is it over there now?
Right now it's about cafe time, which is about 10 o'clock in the morning. And
Wow.
I am on Champions Day. So it's Champions Wednesday.
Champions Wednesday. Yeah, this game time throws me up for a loop, to be honest with you.
Well, we're used to having lunch of champions, but today we're having breakfast of champions. The game is going to start in about 45 minutes, and I wish I could be there right now having an aperitivo on Jose Luis and having
that would be nice
tapas before the game, because that's an early game, but can't wait to see the starting 11.
Yes, let me see here. I just want to make sure if you hear me, everybody else can hear me, right? I'm almost like paranoid because of the lack of sound. Let me see here. Let me find it. Here we go. I want to tell everybody who did not watch us last night that Jesus Bengoechea truthfully 100% hit the lineup on the head. So we have Courtois, Carvajal, Militao, Alaba, Kroos, Benzema, Modric, Casemiro, Lucas Vázquez, which was the joker that he threw in there. And we were like, really? Are you serious? Vini Jr. and Mendy. So this is the lineup. What are your thoughts? What are our viewers' thoughts regarding this lineup?
Let me tell you, my first thought is if you put in Lucas Vázquez, what kind of shape you as a coach must think that Hazard and Asensio are in?
Correct.
I mean, you need a worker, and you have Lucas Vázquez as your go-to guy. I mean, what does that tell you?
It tells you that he's not fit to play. It tells you that he's worse than what we all thought, physically speaking. And it's worrisome because next week there's another international break and he is in that lineup. I know that if he's truly injured, he won't play, but he still has to travel with Wales. He still has to have the Welsh team, doctors evaluate him, assess him, and it's just very worrisome. Let me get one second. Siempre Fio, all the way from Malaysia, says, Hola Maria, hola Stuart, hello Daniel. It is 1 a.m. for you. Wow.
1 a.m. Listen,
1
we
a.m.
need to do something.
12 hours more than the United States. Yep.
1 a.m. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
On Wednesday, on Thursday, early morning Thursday.
Early morning Thursday, yes. Every single game for my poor friend in Malaysia is in the middle of the night. It's like
4
a.m., 3 a.m., 6 a.m. And we complain when we have a 6 a.m. game.
After the break, we're going to have, I think, a primetime game coming up. I believe that's the weekend of the 21st. So I think that will be a very good time to have everybody from Malaysia and join us earlier, and we can get everybody so we can get some take on that game from that side of the world.
Yes. Give me 1 second. I'm starting a prediction. I've been playing around with this software, and I just want to see, for everybody who's watching on Twitch, I want to clarify, and any other things that we do inside the stream are things
I have an
for
idea
our people who are watching us on Twitch.
I have an idea. Let's do a predictor. Who's going to score the 1,000 goal?
Bueno, then let me go back. Let me go back
Who's going to
and change
score?
it
I
1
think
second.
Robert, our idea guy, came up with that, and I think we need to give him credit. Who's going to score our millennial goal today?
Let me see here. Let's delete it here. Delete and return points. Let's start it right here. Who will score Real Madrid? I'm gonna abbreviate it. Oops. It's 1,000 goal. Okay, no, pero I have to give options. So let's put
Modric,
Benzema. How can I add more? I know it only gives me 2 options, so no.
Modric or Benzema?
Modric or Benzema. Oh, actually, will Real Madrid score their 1,000th goal today?
Okay, yes or no?
Exactly. A ver, yes, no. Will Real Madrid score their, and put correct English. I can't even spell score. I really need to buy reading glasses, guys. You need to subscribe to our channel, please, so I can afford them. Yes or no. And it's going to be, let's give people 10 minutes or 5 minutes? 10 minutes. Let's give them
10 minutes. I think it's enough.
All right. So if you are watching us on Twitch, start predicting. Daniel says Modric. He believes Modric is going to be the one scoring today. Let's see. And look what I found out yesterday. I can put the comments on the screen as well. I found that out at the end though. There we go. Hide on the stream. So what are your, since you weren't able to be on our stream yesterday, what are your thoughts on today's game?
Well, I think it's an opportunity to say why we're the leaders of Europe against a team that even though it's one of those trampa, we haven't been very successful at the Bernabeu and champions so far. So that being said, I think this is a golden opportunity for us to truly take advantage and take control of the group if we win today.
Right. Yeah. Lorenzo says that he's not worried at all because I was saying that this is one of those famous trap games, right? Where we're supposed to squash the opponent and then we end up struggling and tying or losing, like against Sheriff or against Espanyol. But I really hope that we don't, that we score a lot of goals and that Real Madrid reconnects, with the fans and inside the stadium. Y mira, actually, Siempre P is celebrating. It's Diwali here in Malaysia. They're celebrating with firecrackers now. So it's a good thing that you're not sleeping because you wouldn't be able to sleep anyways. On that note, let me see here. Are we live on Twitter or did I forget to click that part? Let me see here.
And how about you?
Roberto, do not predict on the WhatsApp chat. Connect and join us and then vote on Twitch. Let me see. Let me go here to Twitter. Close. Who do you think is going to be, let's say, the man of the match today? Who do you think is going to have an out of the ordinary, amazing game?
The man of the match. Wow. I always think that we should. I think Benz has to be the man of the match.
Benz? Are you sure?
Why not? He's going to score the goal.
Pregunto.
He's going to score the goal.
How do you spell Shakhtar again? S-H-A what?
K.
Let me see. K. Yeah.
Hold on, ahora te lo doy un momento.
I spelled it 20,000 times today, and I still am incapable of spelling it right. Federación Real Madrid, I hope to receive $100,000 by transfer. Thanks. Why? I have spent all my credit on scoring our 1,000th goal. Okay.
Shakhtar, you need the number. You need it.
Yes. SHA. What?
K.
KHTAR.
Yes. Shakhtar.
UCL. What is it?
Remember,
Galerna.
Shakhtar. We're 2-1. Shakhtar is 2-1.
Oh, 2-1. No, Federación Real Madrid. We don't pay to those who win our polls. No, we don't. We don't at all. ¿Qué iba a decir? So you think Benzema is going to re-encounter the goals
He
and have a
needs
good
to.
game? I'm glad he rested the other day. You know, he was looking mighty tired, mighty tired the other day.
I
So I'm
think
glad
it.
that.
I
Yeah.
think it's going to be very important that we take control of the game early on. We put the tempo, and we sort of come back to those magic moments of champions that we've seen in the past. And I think this could be the game. Even though we have to go against somebody who has not won yet, we need to take them with respect. However, you know, take no prisoners, as they say in the United States.
Take no prisoners. What does that mean? What is it supposed to mean?
We don't. We just go for the kill.
Ah, okay.
Remember, we're vikingos. We take no prisoners.
No. Let's see here. I'm supposed to. You say that. Are you're not watching the Twitch stream, right? Because since it's morning time with you, I wanted to see. No, esto no me va a dejar. I wanted.
Hold on,
There's a
I
way to
have.
send a cup of coffee.
Let me see what I can do. Maybe I can get on
No,
Twitch
but I don't think it's gonna work.
from my other side. Hold on, and let me get on.
I don't think
And,
no, it's not gonna let me.
no, I'm gonna get on, and I see it right now. I see
You
ourselves,
see it there? Wow, fantastic.
and we look great. We look great.
So far, we
I
look
like this.
fantastic. So far, we have 960. How can that be? 960 points saying yes. I don't even know how many points you have to use to vote. As if you guys don't know, I have no idea how Twitch works. I just add things and I make it up as I go along, literally. You don't pay in your pool? No. Who do you think will score the 1,000th goal? I hope deep in my heart that is my Lukita Modric, so that once he retires, he can say that he scored Real Madrid's 1,000th goal.
Do you think he's the best 10 Real Madrid had in the last 20 years? I mean, we had a bunch of good ones.
Mira, se puede poner aquí abajo. The best 10 in the how many years?
I say in the last 20 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Modric is a player who I am almost ashamed to say this, right? But who I did not know who he was, because back then I didn't really follow the Premier League. And when they signed him, I was like, okay, and who's this guy? Let's see what he does. And he really surprised me. Your image is frozen, or is it just for me? Can you guys see Stuart moving?
I see. I'm moving great.
Bueno, not in my screen, but it's fine.
I know.
You're moving.
I remember Modric from my family. I follow the Premiership because my family is I have family in England, and they are Tottenham fans. And the moment I saw this guy play at Tottenham, I knew this guy had to come. And when we got Bale, I said Modric has to come next, because the way he controlled the tempo of the game, you can almost compare it to other great players in Spanish football. That I don't talk about players that played for other teams, but he reminds me a little bit of that personality, that with a difference. And I met Luka a couple of times where I was in Los Angeles. This is one guy that he tells you a lot with nothing. And
Mhm.
and the last, I don't know if you saw the pass that he did, the pass in the Clásico that he gave to Benzema. Remember
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
That
He's had many of those. He really has many of those. Our viewer siempre says close, but because 20 years would be Figo.
no, this is different. Figo is different.
But it's different. It's different. To me, Modric is like fine wine or like wine in general, right? He gets better and better with time, or he has gotten better with time. And to
Hmm.
be honest, his physical health concerns me because he's the captain of Croatia and he has not retired from the Croatian national team. And I worry. I worry about his muscles, because he's not that young anymore. I wish he was. So for me, I would clone him and eternally have him in Real Madrid's midfield. I think when he leaves, it's going to be one of those sad days. I've cried previously when two other players left. I bawled my eyes out when Redondo left. Pero bawled my
Who?
eyes out.
Who?
Redondo, Fernando Carlos
Ah,
Redondo.
bueno, Fernando es el príncipe. I mean,
Pero like
you and
I can't even describe to you. I was an adolescent, and my mom was like, "You are crazy. Why are you crying?" I'm like, "Because I don't know." And she's like, "Okay, you need a therapist." And I'm like, "Well, maybe I
but
do."
Fernando was a little bit different. Fernando a he was a five dressed of a 10. I mean, he was a
Redondo was
five.
two players in one. That's the
Yeah,
thing, and that's why the other
yeah.
day, last week, my friend Sergio had a poll. Who would you keep, right? Redondo or Modric, both
I
in their
remember
prime,
that.
right?
Yeah.
And to me, I mean, obviously, like I just said, I love Modric, and I'm gonna bawl my eyes out when he leaves. But to me, Redondo was two players in one
Yeah.
because Modric is awesome, but Modric needs help. He needs either Casemiro to on his flank, or Kroos, or both, right? And then the three of them, the trifecta, is what I think makes Real Madrid's midfield what it is. Pero es que Redondo would do it all by himself
I think
and with elegance, and he wouldn't even not even his hair strands would move.
because we're talking of champions, I think, and today is a Champions Day, I think this is the best midfield that we've had in the last 20 years, and we had a very good one. We have very good ones. So my question to everybody is who would be your other trio to compare it to? Who would be the other trio? Is it the trio that when we had Makelele, for example? Remember when we had Makelele, that trio? Who would it be?
But before we get to that one, maybe Al has a question. Which current player do we think is the future star of the team? Who's
Tem
going
que
to
falar
be?
português para isto. Tem que falar
O que
brasileiro.
falar português é o Rodrigo
Porque,
Vinícius Júnior.
porque a pessoa mais dela agora
No,
é
I don't know
o
that much
Vinícius.
Portuguese for you now to be
O rei
starting
do,
talking Portuguese.
no, but so we right now it's by far I mean all the marbles are on on Vini, no, the way he's playing right now he's the future of the team.
Oh, look at this wonderful comment. I just realized that I have to scroll down to be able to see the comments. Redondo was Xavi plus Busquets plus goal capacity, not very well used or often used, and sorry for using players from such clubs. But it's true. He would do it all in one with
Yeah,
elegance.
yeah.
It's
He was
it was
he
insane.
going back to that
Oh, we
comment.
have a non-Portuguese vote. Camavinga. Qu'est-ce que tu penses avec de Camavinga?
I think Camavinga is a hot prospect. I think right now the way Vini has pushed himself into the lineup, because he really pushed himself into the lineup by scoring. I think Camavinga needs. I think we need to talk what Camavinga will be next year, because Real Madrid is probably the hardest team for you to break into in the whole history of sports. I mean, Vinny has said it many times that he never even imagined how hard this was going to be for him. And people who have been there or who have been close to there tells me there's nothing like Real Madrid. And even in the Galáctico, in the Galáctico when Anelka, I don't know if you all remember. I mean, we're talking 20 years. Lorenzo Sanz signed Anelka, and Anelka will tell you that it was nothing like he ever imagined. From the moment Anelka said he was going to sit in the locker room, and they said, "No, you're not sitting there. You're sitting there." I mean, these is the kind of things that Real Madrid entails. It's sort of in American sports. You gotta make your place, and you know. And happens.
Look at this question that Mediao is asking. Camavinga is great. If or when, I'm adding the when, Mbappe were to join, would we keep Vinicius? Of course.
Of course.
Of course, you have to. You're not just gonna send him off to the Lions because Mbappe is here. I think both of them have space on the team, you know. And I really think we would. Oh, my computer.
The question is to Median, what would you do with Eden Hazard?
That's more of a question. If Mbappe or when Mbappe comes, what are we doing with Hazard?
Which I think that's
putting a nice yellow bow and sending him home somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mira, we're saying, yup, Anelka had to hide in cars booth to escape the attention. I don't know about that. What does that have to do with anything? Yo no me acuerdo de eso. I don't remember that. What do you mean by that? Siempre fui. Mira, Siempre fui says, I think Perez has already planned for a Vinicius Benzema Mbappe forward line. Okay, so what are we doing with Hazard? Hazard has a contract until when? Because it's like
I think 25, I believe.
Okay, so 3 more years of Hazard. What are we going to do with him if he comes? Is he going to be a bail that we're going to loan him?
Two more.
Are we going to loan him back to Chelsea?
No.
What are we going to do with Hazard? Viewers, what would you do with Hazard? Mr. Tony James Aliaper Cuevas is joining the stream. Thank you for coming today. I'm going to put you on the spot. If and when Mbappe comes, what would you do with Hazard? He has a contract until 2025, according to El Primo Stewart. Federación de Real Madrid says Hazard must leave the club as soon as possible. Yeah, well, but he's under contract. It's obvious he won't be the player he was, so the most intelligent option is the cheapest one for the club.
He has a 5-year contract until 2024.
Imagínate. Okay, so what on earth are we going to do with him? We're going to have to eat his salary, and then what?
I agree with that. I think somebody made the comment that it is the new. I think was a comment of I think Benzema will be here maybe one more year, making sure he will if Mbappe. But remember, it could be a Vini, Haaland, Mbappe, and that's where you. I mean, if we're playing sort of adivinos here, I mean, it could be the moment that you dish out Asensio, you dish out Hazard, and you keep Rodrigo, because I think Rodrigo is an important player within the team, has a lot of talent, and then you have players like Camavinga starting to roll, and then you will need to pick up 3 strong midfielders and potentially 1 defender coming up from the youth group. So,
pero where are we going to send Hazard and his salary? Mira, Federación de Real Madrid says if Bale had left to China some years ago, we would have saved a lot of millions. Yeah, of course we would have, but he didn't. And this year he's played how many games with us? 3? 2?
Yeah, but to Federación de Peñas Madrid, this has happened in the past. When it was moment to show me the money, there was no money. So
Exactly.
I mean, it happened with other players in the past who are no longer in the club. So
Mr. Jesus, welcome to the show.
Hello,
Where
hello,
have you
hello.
been? We've missed you
Sorry to be so
tremendously.
late. It's a long story. It's a long story, but I'm really sorry that I couldn't be here earlier.
It's okay. We were
I
talking
was
about how you're Nostradamus because you
yes,
said the entire lineup.
yes, yeah. Well, in fact, I'm here to collect the awards and congratulations from everybody because I got it right. I got it right. It wasn't. It didn't take a genius to get the
To
conclusion
know
that
that Lucas Vasquez was going to play, maybe a little
Lucas
bit.
Vázquez was going to play. It was very clear to me. Hazard is not the right guy to play in that position. Asensio has been playing in that position for a long time with dreadful results, in my opinion. It's not the place for him to play in the right wing. So it just made sense because Ancelotti is quite meritocratic. I think more meritocratic than people say. Lucas Vázquez was playing okay, and Carvajal
Right.
is also playing well. So it made sense that they both share the right wing, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Our viewers have a question, Jesus. No, it's okay. Our viewers have a question. Are you headed to a bar?
No, I'm not heading to any bar. I'm heading to my brother's. I have been left.
You're going to your bar.
I've
You've
been
been left?
miserably left by Emilio, who's my partner in crime.
He left you hanging. Wow.
If Emilio, he left me hanging. He stood me up. If Emilio is
Tener
not
amigos para esto. Wow.
exactly. Friends like this, huh?
Friends like this, you should get rid of.
I should get rid of him. He's a terrible guy. And also on top of this, I'm running out of batteries, I'm afraid. So
that's nothing new in the land of Papa Boomer, because I tell you in public the same things I tell you in private. You are a freaking disaster. You're a walking disaster. Of course, no, Mediao doesn't believe you. He says, of course, he's headed to the bar. Priorities. I don't know.
To the bar. But are you on your own? Is there anybody else there?
No, mijo, look at your screen. I'm here with Stuart.
Stuart is there. I can't
see
him, sorry.
And hang on a second, and we are just joined by Lorenzo. Now we are family.
I can see somebody walking. Oh, that's Lorenzo.
I got all my sisters with me. Is this a reunion?
Yes, it is. Jesus without earphones. Okay.
Of course, you should have taken some in your pocket.
But listen to this. I have something to show you guys.
What's that? Show us.
It's a selfie stick.
He is a selfie stick, which won't work if your phone doesn't have battery.
I don't know how to use it yet. You will have to show me, okay?
Okay.
No. I'm arriving at my brother's. And then you can teach me.
Really? Is that cold?
Very cold.
It's freezing.
How many degrees? Yeah. I wish I could tell you the same thing. I'm going to tell you the temperature in Miami, just, para meterme así un poco with vosotros. Let's see here.
Today we are at a beautiful 16 degrees in Los Angeles.
Nice. That's very nice.
Let's see. So using the metric system, here in Davie, Florida, we have a crisp 30 degrees Celsius.
Crisp
30 degrees Celsius.
You really need to put the crisp before the 30 degrees? I mean, it's going to do the same damage to us, just the 30 degrees.
How many degrees is it in Madrid right now?
I would say it's like 10. It's very
really?
cold. Yeah.
Listen, but you know what? Lorenzo, the stadium is going to warm you up today.
You think? Not so sure
about that. Who are you going to the stadium with?
Let me ask you.
Rodrigo and my nephew. My son and my nephew.
Mira, it's 8 degrees in Madrid, Loren. 8.
8, you see? I was thinking about 10, but yeah.
It says 11, but feels like 8. Yeah.
Feels like very cold.
Bueno. You just need to have some red wine, and everything will be okay. You know.
So Jesus is putting his phone in his ear because he can't hear shit. But I have to say that he said about Lucas Vazquez yesterday, he nailed
Yes.
it. Eh?
Completely nailed it. We called him
Yeah,
Papa Boomer Nostradamus from now on.
yeah, he nailed it. He nailed it. Good job,
From
Jesus.
now
I
on.
think you have good information. I think.
He has good insiders. And now he muted his phone. Tú sabes que te has muteado, Jesus, right? You're a disaster. Ay, what are we going to do with this man?
But he bought his earphones. Why that? What
So the
happened with those
question to
earphones?
Lorenzo,
I'm listening,
the
guys.
question is,
Okay.
But the
who's gonna
earphones
score
were
the
actually my
1,000 goal?
wife's, and my wife's traveling now, so she took her
Jesus
earphones with
is
her. That's a
very
disaster.
interesting.
But I bought a. I thought you would appreciate my new selfie stick, guys. Yeah, but you don't praise me for that. I get all the telling off, but I don't get any other praise.
Because you still don't have headphones and you're walking down the street.
I know.
Mira, our viewers say Papa Boomer has the inside information. Yes, he does. He does
He really
indeed.
does.
But
So
what do you? Yeah.
so
You
answering
don't want me to
Stuart's
get you
question, I
know.
would say I would love to be Benzema because he deserves it. I would love to be that goal for Benzema, but you never know. I mean, could be also Lucas Vazquez.
Yes, I think I have the feeling that it's going to be somebody very unlikely.
No, it's
Somebody
going
that
to
is
be
very.
Modric. It's going to be Luquita to make me very happy. Look, Medial says Jesus has good intelligence but bad technology. Bad tech. Good intel,
I can
bad
really hear
tech.
you. I'm gonna leave you guys. I can hear you. I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
He thinks he's going to leave us. He probably doesn't not know how to get out of the stream.
Oh my God.
It's a very big probability. How far? Oh, there he's out. How far are you from the stadium, Loren?
I will say now like 50 meters. I'm going through Dr. Fleming down the street
Ah,
because I have
okay.
a friend. I have a friend that has a parking spot that he borrowed me, so I parked the car with her and just came walking all Dr. Fleming, which is like a 10-minute
Okay.
walk. No, I'm
Oh,
actually in
well.
Juan Ramon Jimenez. I'm in the parallel of Dr. Fleming.
So where do you leave your car when you go to the stadium?
Like I said, until this is my second game after my father died. So I used to come
Oh,
with him,
wow.
and
Nice.
he would park in the parking of the Bernabeu.
Wow. So this is
So
it's a tough one. I can only imagine what it is, what it feels to be there, you know?
no. Well, the first time was with the when we played against Celta, the first time in the Bernabeu with people, and that's when they did the all these things for my father and all the people that died for COVID. So that
Right.
was that was tougher. That was tougher. Today I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm just fine.
Okay. Yeah. Bueno, hopefully they will win, you know, and make some of that, como se dice, corazón impungido better, you know, a little bit. One game at a time. One game at a time. Imagínate.
And it's
Yeah.
good to go with the kids, Lo. I mean, it's good to
Yeah,
go with the kids.
I actually came because of them. I wasn't even thinking about coming because I don't know. Lately I just watch at home and my sofa and my friends, and that's good enough for me. But
Pero
today my
eso
son.
es lo mal acostumbrado. How do you say
Yeah,
the
yeah. Because I've
spoiledness
been
of
coming.
people who
Yeah,
live in Madrid? De
yeah.
verdad.
I've been coming for the last 15 years, like every game. So, you know, comes to a point
You
where
can think that, but don't say it out loud. Please don't say it out
okay,
loud
okay.
because it hurts my feelings
Parra, mira
tremendously.
Parra. Here's where my father used to come to do his haircut.
Oh wow,
Very famous
barbershop.
hairdresser. Yeah, barbershop called Parra here in Madrid. It
Very
was
good.
very. I mean, and still on. I mean, this hairdresser has been here for like 60 years or so.
You should stop there. You look like you need a haircut. You trim.
All right.
No, a
Fredo
ver.
Fredo, that's a very typical ice cream shop here. Fredo Fredo also in this
Yes.
corner.
This is the Mad Squad, people, where you have Miami, Los Angeles, and Madrid connecting. Now we have a tour of Madrid. ¿Qué más? What else are you going to show us on
It's
the way to El
actually a
Bernabeu?
tour of it's a tour of the way to Bernabeu, which is
Exactly.
typical shops and things that you find here. On the left side, we have San Agustin, the school, you know.
San Agustin, very nice, very nice.
Yeah, it's a very typical school for basketball, by the way.
Oh, really?
A lot of good basketball players came out from here. I think all the Llorentes came out from here, from San Agustin.
What school did you go to?
I went to the SEC.
Fuiste al SEC. Oh my God, I used to hate running against you guys when we had to do cross country. Oh.
Of course, because we were the best. Of course.
No, you were not.
Yes.
You were not. Because I went to ¿cómo se llama mi colegio? King's College, Madrid.
Yeah.
Oh, hated cross country days. Horroroso. ¿Qué iba a decir? So where are you going to meet your friends? What bar? Are we allowed to say? You can say whatever you want. Nobody's paying us anything. You can say whatever you want.
I'm not going to a bar. I'm just going straight to the Bernabeu.
Oh, you're just going straight. He's meeting you by the gate.
Lorenzo, we had a question. Somebody had a question earlier, and get your take because you've seen them all. So, Modric or Figo?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, I will stick with Modric, but
the answer is they're different players.
Just because we have to, they're different players, and if I have to pick one, I will stay with Modric. You know, we won all these European Cups with him. I mean, all these champions. You know, but Figo was an enormous player, and you know, had a really big impact also with Madrid. You know.
Oh, it's a sound. I hear the sound of champions already. I hear the sound of champions.
It's not me.
I hear the sound of champions.
Oh, look at that. Oh, my God.
Not the sound of me. It's not my sound.
Wow.
So what's our date? 31?
It's as I put the sound as you were coming into the stadium, see?
Yeah, but that's no 32.
I put the sound. Isn't that perfect how Lorenzo's getting to the stadium and the champions comes on?
Yes, it's a wonderful thing. Pelos de punta, McFly, of course.
No te dejan, está prohibido. Está cerrado.
Pero no, I can hear that super loud. So you have to go around the stadium now?
Yeah, because usually on the back where the Adidas shop is, usually you could get through that street, but now it's closed. And we're right in the other corner. Our entrance is right in the other corner.
All right. They're telling us beautiful sound from the cathedral. Yes, beautiful sounds. Are they already selling castañas or no?
I actually bought them yesterday when I saw them because I love
How do you say castañas? How do you say castañas in?
Chestnut.
Help us.
Chestnut.
Okay. That's right.
This was actually when I was in Madrid. This was my favorite part of the year when I would go to Madrid to have castañas, and in Barcelona as well, castañadas. And my grandfather actually loved them. He used to make them in a big tin pot with holes. And I think he just gave me an idea. I think I might make some this year.
Am I going crazy? I hear a woman speaking in English in the background, and it's not my voice.
And it's not me.
Am I hearing things?
And it's not me.
What are you doing, Stuart? Because there's a woman talking in English.
It's that time, but it shouldn't be on. I mean, I don't know what's going on here. I think it's time to tell us that it's time to get going for the game. That's what it's telling me.
Not yet. A ver, let me see. We have more comments coming in. I hear it too. Okay, thank you, Mark Fly, for confirming that we know I'm crazy, but not completely crazy. I thought I was having auditory hallucinations.
I don't have the sound on. I don't know why. Let me check something else. Hold on. Let me do something.
A lot of people here.
Of course. Even though it's an early game, there's a lot of people. That's why Barcelona's excuse the other day that it was empty. They were like, oh, no, it's because it's early. And it doesn't matter.
I actually like better this hour than 9 o'clock. I mean,
Yeah,
if you don't work, of course, for me that this hour is much better. I would say it's much better.
yeah, you don't get home so late,
Yeah.
amongst other things. Yeah. We actually, Stuart and I have a friend all the way who flew all the way from Mexico just to go to this game. Rafa Torre is there with his wife. So if you're watching us, Rafa,
For
saludos, campeón.
for
Enjoy
today's
the
game.
game and happy anniversary. It's your
Happy
anniversary.
anniversary. That's a
It's your
Madridista
anniversary.
100% that take his wife on his anniversary to watch the game.
Yes.
And his wife.
Bueno, the wife may be in El Barrio Salamanca shopping. We're not too sure. But he's in the Bernabeu.
He dropped her off at the Corte Inglés over there, and he says we'll see you in a couple hours.
Mira, they're saying on our stream, I hope Lorenzo brings some good fortune to us. Our last few games at this time in Champions League did not go well. That is true. We've lost 3 and tied 1, or something like that. I saw online today.
Which is pretty bad, actually.
Pretty bad. So make sure you finagle your way down into the locker room so that you give him a good speech. The Sam speech.
Okay, I'll try.
Did you ever give speeches when you were playing basketball at halftime or during timeouts?
Well, not a speech, but you would, try to hustle your teammates at some point, for sure. And when I was in charge of the basketball team, I had to do some speeches also.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he's like a book of facts in his head. Twice we lost to Shakhtar at this time. Shh. Don't say it out loud. I just said it out loud myself. But yeah. Hopefully not. All right. So, ¿qué hora es?
So
You're cutting it tight, Lorenzo. Kickoff is in 9 minutes, and you're still outside of the
that's
stadium?
why, you have to take your time. My son was saying, "Why are we going so early? We should go and drink something." I'm like, listen, we have to, go to the place, and you need to walk a little bit, and at the end, we're just gonna get right for the game.
You're gonna get there for the champions. Yes.
So Jesus is gonna be doing
Jesus?
the game from the bar.
No, he doesn't want to do. No, he was on his way to his brother's house because Emilio is in the stadium. I told you to find Emilio. So Jesus is actually gonna be at his brother's house. So for our viewers, we're not gonna have a during game show because Jesus doing it by himself it's a lot. It's too much because he ends up talking to himself.
I guess that being by himself. But didn't I hear him that he was going to go with his brothers?
He's on his way to his brother's house, but his brother won't appear on screen. So he's like talking to himself. But we'll have a post show. So rest assured that we will see here during the post show.
We have the horses. We have the horses also.
From the police. There we go. Beautiful horses. There's a lot of people outside still. I mean, and now he lost his connection because that's what happens and now the lady's talking again. Primo, what on earth are you doing? And he's back. Pero with no, there you are. What was I going to say? ¿Qué pasa? ¿El caballo turned your Wi-Fi off? Escucha. Is it me or they're singing the anthem?
I'm not doing. I was making sure that.
I think I'm having auditory hallucinations.
But my thought process is that I think today has to be a magical moment. I think the fact is that it's incredible the magic that you have when you see when you go to a Champions game versus when you go to a league game. It's a complete different feeling. It's a complete different. I mean, to watch soccer it's nights are magical in Madrid when champions are on. Many of us lived it for many years, and the whole pilgrimage to get to the stadium, to leave, to get your drink before, to get la caña, I,
Yeah.
that's an interesting thought. Somebody says is concerned about Vinny playing so many games in a row. When you're a star, that's what happens to upcoming stars. I mean, Vinny is its present and its future,
And future. He's all of it.
and these are the nights that he can show his stuff. These are magical nights. I think these are the nights what we were talking about. There's something special about playing, and I think today we'll see what the magic is all about.
I hope Mira, look, I can change the back part. I like it purple. Do you guys like it purple like that?
I like it purple.
Like that, right? Brighter, yes. It's funny that I start experimenting when we're live, but it's I don't have time to experiment at other times of my life. I like it like that. So yeah, all right. So if you guys want, we'll disconnect for now, and then we will be back. Espérate, because now I lost the chat. Where the hell is the chat? Oh, here's the chat. After the final whistle.
I think what I suggest you do is, Maria, is you prepare a background for Champions Days and a background for league games. And since we have a night game, I think you go with a deeper purple or purpura, and then we know the difference.
Bueno, okay. Do we have a designer in the house? In our viewers? Anybody? Me, a designer? You smoking crack? I know. What did you eat for breakfast? I know it's very early over there, but
What did I have for breakfast?
Yeah.
Listen, everybody, I have my latte in the morning. I have my fruit, and then I always have something very important, which is my something I used to have when I was a kid, when I lived in Europe, in Spain, which is petit écolier.
Someone has a question for you. Read it on screen.
Am I volunteering my graphic skills?
Correct.
That's you.
Who, me? No.
Yeah.
I am good with editing. I am good at making up, producing, pero I don't know how to design. Hasta ahí, my kiwi no me llega. No, not at all. Pero now it's purple and purple. I have to figure out how to change the color of the message. Anyhow, guys, let's enjoy the game. I hope that when we reconnect, Real Madrid would have won. Okay, Jesus just texted me that he will be present at the post show. He is charging his phone. Papa Boomer never fails being a walking disaster. He is charging his phone. Así es que nos vemos luego. See you later. A la Madrid nada más.
3-1. 3-1.
Shakhtar. That's what I said. You keep copying me. Nos vemos en un rato. See you in a bit.
Wunderbar! Das ist wunderbar! 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 Das ist wunderbar! Oh la la! Das ist nicht zu fassen! Fußball! Fußball! Oh la la! Das ist nicht zu fassen! Das ist wunderbar! Ja, ja! Wunderbar! Ja, ja! Wunderbar!